Hello, 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 and welcome to the Real Talk. We are back again yet with another season, and I am not alone this time. I think we can call ourselves the Three Musketeers now, have come together to bring you rich, beautiful content. Thank you very much to the Zambian Youth Platform and its collaborating partners for yet again bringing us another season of the Real Talk. My full name is Alwumbe Jeremiah Mulanda, a youth representative from the Zambian Youth Platform. I am not alone. Remember, this is the hosts edition, and we come to you every Friday at exactly 2 p.m. Central African time. I am with a certain gentleman, and by the way, I have never met this gentleman in person, but I have heard a lot, a lot about him. My brother Enoch, how are you doing?
I'm alright, thanks, Jeremiah. How are you doing?
Superb. And also welcoming our sign language interpreter, Paul Kaunda. Paul, thank you very much for joining us. We should also be expecting a guest. It's gonna be her first time. It's gonna be her first time hosting the show, but I think she's having some technical challenges. So once she gets that sorted, she'll be able to join us. But Enoch, thank you very much for joining me today. We are again talking about the Real Talk, and we are now in season 2. How are you feeling about that? I know you hosted a couple of episodes in season 1, but how are you feeling about the Real Talk this time around?
It's definitely has its own level of energy and hypeness. It's very definite that Jeremiah definitely brings the hype. I've also never met Jeremiah in person before, but just carrying the hype that is bringing to the table and the expectations we have for season 2, the feeling is quite high expectations for season 2. Season 1 was quite amazing. We engaged a lot of young people. We had different conversations that were like building, and definitely hoping to host more of such kind of conversations on season 2.
Beautiful. Remember, you can share your comments, your questions, your contributions. How are you feeling about the Real Talk? We had, I think, about 10, if not 11 episodes last year in season 1. But how are you feeling about the Real Talk? What would you like us to do differently? So send those questions, those comments, those contributions, and we'll be able to address that. Enoch, I think we need to make a deliberate step and just meet one of these days because that's not fair. But
I'm
anyway,
available to
I
learn.
uh, I like that. But anyway, I know you hosted a couple of episodes, as I mentioned. What was your general experience and as being a young person? What did you like about the show? What did the show, bring to you as an individual? How did that help you, if it did, in any way?
I first started by being a guest, I believe, on the show. That was, we were having a conversation around mental health. And I think from a fair perspective, that was something that was definitely life-changing. Getting not only to share my thoughts and opinions on the matter, but also getting to learn from other young people and individuals. That's just something that came at a whole different perspective. And also having to host a conversation on the aspect of condoms and many other kind of conversations. That's just something that brought out a certain level of enlightenment, and the fact that you literally have young people across the country and in different places commenting their thoughts, opinions, and views on the subject. That's just something that's definitely uplifting.
Beautiful, beautiful. I like that, and I like the transition from being a guest, and then the passion rises to being a host. So how was that different for you from being a guest to now hosting the show? How was that transition, and what did you like about it? I'm pretty sure you like being a host. I mean, being a host is nice. Get to ask all the questions. You get to interact with different people. But like, how was that transition for you? What was it like?
The most interesting thing about the transition, and I'm actually happy to see Olivia here as well. The most interesting thing about that transition was when you're actually a guest on this platform, you get to share your own side of the story, your opinions, perspectives, views, and thoughts. But the moment you change to become a host, it's no longer an aspect of you independently just sharing those thoughts and opinions. You're also learning in the process, because in as much as you are in the driver's seat, but you're also given an opportunity to listen to others and just drive the conversation. You're literally learning things that you thought you'd never learn. You're learning perspectives that you thought people didn't see things in that kind of perspective. So the transition was quite amazing. I didn't initially expect it, but after that happened, I think it's just been something that's life changing, and I definitely do appreciate it so much.
Beautiful. And I think one other thing I like about the Real Talk is that I have suddenly become a household name. Like everywhere I know, someone knows me. Everywhere I go, someone knows me. Someone knows me. So I think that that's a good thing. It's nice to be known. And then also I think it's because this is a safe, conducive space for young people to have these conversations, which is really brilliant. Olivia, can you hear us? And I know Olivia is new, by the way, guys, to the show. Olivia is new. So please, Olivia, introduce yourself to our lovely audience. Tell us a bit about who you are and why you decided to be a part of the Real Talk journey.
Hi, am I audible enough?
Yes, you are.
Can you? Hi guys. Hi Jeremiah. Hi Paul. I hope everyone is okay. As introduced by Jeremiah, my name is Olivia Tutu, and I'm a sexual reproductive health and rights advocate. Aside from the podcast, you can check it out on YouTube and also Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else. Hosts of the Real Talk, most especially because I have followed through some of the conversations you had in season 1. And I love having real conversations, raw, relevant, yet relatable conversations that will sort of propel us, especially the young people, to have a mindset shift and also be in a space where we just live in our potential and not just think about it and hope to have it in future. And also I'm big on starting conversations, as why I joined in, and also because the fact that I'm a sexual reproductive health and rights advocate, I believe this platform is also going to help me push more health.
To have you on board. And I mean, this is impacting on people's lives. People are having a call to action, and I believe Enoch and Olivia's stories are just call to actions. Being in that uncomfortable space where you realize that you can actually do more. Even though you're doing something in your space, but you can always do more. Remember, you can send us your comments, your contributions via our Facebook page, on Twitter, on YouTube. I have a few comments here, and I like the fact that people are excited, guys. So Kunda Kruger says, "Let's go." Like I always like it when someone just says, "Let's go," because it's also nice. Tonga says, "Zambian Youth Platform will always deliver." Indeed, they always deliver. Victoria says, "Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate." Nixon, thank you so much for joining all the way from Sesheke, and then also Chilufia from Mulobezi. We really, really appreciate. Now, I'm going to come back to you, Enoch. Why do you think it's very important to be having these conversations? Why is it important now more than ever to be having such conversations? And why do you think the Real Talk is the right platform to be having these conversations?
Decision making. I would always point out everything to individuals being able to make informed decisions, because if anything, we're the products of the decisions that we make. So it's absolutely relevant for individuals to be informed. You only make a decision that profits you in a positive direction if it's an informed decision, and it's something that's definitely something that you actually have information about for you to make the appropriate decision. Why this platform is actually the right platform, because not only are you going to learn from different people's experiences, but you're also getting to learn their own different opinions and thoughts. And it's a youth-based platform, so you don't feel the aspect of this is a restrict, confined zone. You literally get to interact with young people. You literally get to have your opinions and thoughts heard about a particular subject matter. So for you as a young person, for you to make a concrete, proper decision, you literally have to be informed, and information is key. This is why this platform is absolutely relevant for young people to actually join in and have this kind of conversations for them to progress positively in life.
Beautiful, great stuff. I like how honest and authentic you're being about these issues, because I think, especially being in the SR space, uh, on rare occasions now, people want to not say issues the way they are, because like, it's hard, like, we understand, but this is what the real talk brings to you. We say issues as they are, like the famous saying, let bygones be bygones. So we're not gonna sweet talk anything. We're gonna hold our governments accountable. We're gonna hold our NGOs accountable, our donors, everyone who has committed, to bettering the lives of the young people. We will hold them accountable. Now, I'll come to you, Olivia. I know that you interact with so many young people. You are in school, you have a podcast, you attend different conferences. What is the feel of young people in these spaces when you talk about sexual and reproductive health? What are they thinking? What are they saying? How are they feeling about all the things that we are doing in relation to sexual and reproductive health?
Well, honestly, the response is good because now we understand to say our individual health is our individual responsibility. So personally, I understand to say no one is going to care for my health if I don't. The young people, policies, campaigns, and all that would be done without the young people, but it was meant for the young people. But now you see that conferences, workshops, seminars, in policy spaces, they're including young people. So as a for our understanding, but like it all starts from conversation, or it all starts from being in a space where you're able to contribute positively. And I also want to comment on what you said. I think with regards to change and also just being able to move from where we are to where we want to be as a generation, it basically starts with conversation. We'll be able to see actions being involved. Health, it's our rights, it's our responsibility to look after ourselves. And of course, you can't look after your health, you can't look after what rights you have, or even demand for the rights if you don't know about them. That's where this platform comes in, where you get the information that you need, you get the necessary experiences from different people, so that even as you go about living your life, it's very easy for you to learn from those who've gone ahead of you and say, oh, okay, if so and so did ABCD, then maybe when I'm faced with such a situation, I'll be able to act in this way. And yeah, so I think with regards to the spaces I've been into, and like young people taking up ownership, or young people standing up for their rights, and so I'm push the agenda forward as open and transparent as they can be, which would then lead us to now demanding for action, not just action from the policymakers, not just action from the government, not just action from the donor, but action from us ourselves, because we understand to say, in order for us to get these things that we want from the donors, from the government, from the stakeholders, we also have a role to play as young people. So conversations like this will definitely help. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, great stuff. And just as you were speaking, I was thinking about meaningful youth engagement. And I think this is what the Zambian Youth Platform is demonstrating through this platform, because this platform, by the way, to whoever is watching, is entirely led by the young people. So the Zambian Youth Platform is taking the lead on this, because like the famous saying again says, nothing for us without us. So it's about giving the young people the space so that they can begin to open up about these conversations, because that's very, very important. The chat, the comment section, guys, is buzzing. Victoria again says, we are glad to have you guys back. We are glad to have you guys back on board. Thank you so much. And then Chisenga says, Jeremiah, the real talk guru. Good work. Thank you very much, Chisenga, for that. Messi says, following from Mongo. Thank you very much, Messi, for staying glued to the Real Talk live show. Chingandu says, glued to the program from Limulunga. This actually reminds me about one thing I love about this talk, guys. Is it's not just for people in the urban settings. It's no longer just about Lusaka province, central. This program reaches even the far to reach places. And this is why this is very important. Walia says, good program. Thank you very much, Walia, for joining. The other comment says, I'm glad this program is back because it is a very educative program. Thank you very much for those comments. Please keep them coming. We welcome your feedback, comments, questions, contributions. I'll come back to you, Enoch. What are you expecting? What are your expectations for season 2? Because this is a renewed season. The Three Musketeers are back. We have Olivia on board. We have a lot of more insightful topics. We have a lot of guests who will be coming on the show. What are your expectations for season 2?
Young people to engage in such conversations. I think for me, that's my primary expectation. And here's why. I've been union president for a university for like a year now, and there's so much that I have learned and experienced with young people when it comes to HR related matters. And what we need is, in as much as information is actually there, but we still need more young people in conversation, more young people to be informed and educated, more young people to form such kind of circles and discuss. That's my primary expectation from this season 2, because the moment that we have young people excited about real issues that affect their daily lives, that's the moment that we start seeing actual and real change. So my expectation goes around, just like I'm so excited to see people from different provinces, southern provinces. I just saw that. And you know, that all these provinces tuning in, and like you've put it, it's not just Lusaka. People literally expect such kind of a platform, such kind of conversations for Lusaka-based people or people in the urban sectors. But when we have young people from all the corners of the country and even beyond, excited, engaged in conversation with issues that literally affect their lives, are the issues we're discussing on this particular platform, that's when you're going to start seeing people taking the actual real action and change. So that's my primary expectation. Young people to engage in this program, people to be literally taking the time, because they know one share will literally ensure that one other person is informed and they make a better decision. You recommending someone to watch this program, to interact on this platform, that's a whole lot major change you're going to do in someone else's life. So my expectation for this program greatly will be on the aspect of young people coming in, joining in and having these conversations as they should.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Olivia, I know you're new, but do you have any expectation? What do you expect from the Real Talk?
I expect for us to have raw, relevant, yet relatable conversations. I mean, it's the Real Talk, right? So that entails that we need to have conversations as they are, conversations in due time. So for me, that basically means it's us addressing things that are happening in the system, in our communities, in our schools, in our places of work, and stuff like that. Like Enoch said, we are supposed to be this platform will sort of allow me and also other young people to do that. So it's basically be conversational starters on matters that not only affect us as individuals, but matters that affect our communities, matters that affect our country, matters that affect Africa at large, because we are a global community, and together I believe every one of us contributing will be able to reach greater heights. So for me, it's basically conversation starting, but those conversations should be raw and should be real and relatable. Like if we speak about sexual reproductive health, let's say if we speak about contraceptives, it should be the other people want to hear, or how the government or the NGOs want us to say. So we're going to say it the way we, the young people, say it, because we're the ones who are trying to lead the change. We're the ones who are trying to lead that conversation. And so we'll say it in our own way. We will not do our conversations the way society expects us to. We're going to do conversations the way we feel we want to communicate what is real to us, what is affecting us, and also celebrating wins. Because I believe when it comes to conversation, having conversations. It's not just speaking about, oh, this is what we're facing as the youth. This is what is happening to us. But it's also still been hard in the past, and the change and the actions that have been taken throughout history to get where we are at today. So yeah, more conversations, starting conversations, and just keeping conversations as raw, authentic, and real as we can possibly.
Beautiful, great stuff. I like what you have mentioned about also celebrating our wins, because more often than not, we're always just speaking about what we're not doing right, our losses, our failures, you name it. But this platform will also celebrate the great strides, especially of young people in this space. So thank you very much, guys. Maybe before we end the show, let me also say my expectation. I think my expectation is just for young people to come to the party. It's always just been that, young people need to come to the party. This is a platform that has been brought to us through the Zambian Youth Platform and its partners, who we say thank you very much to, but we need to make use of it. And I'm so glad that this program is reaching even young people in far to reach places, because normally we do not have workshops in Limonlunga, for example. But because of platforms like this, information is able to reach young people in far places. So thank you very much for Olivia. Thank you very much to Enoch as well. And thank you very much to myself, of course, as well, because I know it's going to be a tiring journey. But at the end of the day, we want to assure you that season 2 is going to be worthwhile, because we are here to deliver as your hosts. So from me and the team, we shall see you next week with a brand new episode with brand new guests who are going to feature on the show. Some you might have seen in season 1, but we're bringing them back still. And we're going to bring more and more young people to the show, because we want you to be able to relate with them. Thank you very much. My names have been Luwumbe Jeremiah Mulanda. Remember, we come to you every Friday at exactly 2 p.m. Central African time. Make a date with us again next time. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.